November 11, 2025. The Korean entertainment world was thrown into another wave of excitement and speculation after BTS's Jungkook was reportedly spotted with a woman believed to be his new girlfriend. According to an exclusive report obtained by Dispatch Korea, the global superstar was seen entering his residence in Itaewon late Saturday night, accompanied by an unidentified woman whose presence immediately set social media ablaze. It was around 10:47 p.m. Korea Standard Time when witnesses in the neighborhood noticed a familiar figure walking through the quiet street under dim streetlights. Jungkook, dressed casually in a long black coat, baseball cap and mask, was accompanied by a woman in a gray coat and a simple bucket hat. Though the two made no overt gestures of affection, their quiet body language and closeness were enough to spark the wildfire of public curiosity. Within hours, Jungkook's girlfriend had become the #1 trending topic on X, formerly Twitter, worldwide, with millions of fans dissecting every frame of the leaked footage and blurry images that circulated online. The pair reportedly arrived in a dark Hyundai Palisade SUV registered under HYB's corporate name, a common practice among idols to maintain security. The car slowed down in front of the high-walled property, and the gate opened automatically as Jungkook approached, signaling facial recognition or remote authorization. A local resident told Dispatch that the singer seemed calm and even smiled before entering the house. "He didn't seem nervous or like he was hiding something," the resident said. "They looked comfortable together. I couldn't see her face clearly, but she seemed at ease." Other sources noted that the woman was carrying a small shopping bag and a can of iced coffee, hinting that they might have come from a late dinner or grocery run in nearby Hanamdong. When contacted by Dispatch, HYB labels declined to issue an official comment. A representative said, "We do not comment on the personal lives of our artists." The brief response did little to ease the storm. Fans and media outlets alike intensified their coverage, noting that Jungkook had changed his social media profile photo to a plain black image just hours after the rumor broke. The action, though subtle, only fueled speculation that something significant had indeed happened. As usual, ARMY, the BTS fandom, was divided. Many fans expressed heartfelt support, insisting that Jungkook deserved privacy and the freedom to love whomever he wished after years of living under intense scrutiny. Others were visibly emotional, describing the news as unexpected, given the group's recent reunion after completing military service. "It's not about jealousy," one fan posted on X. "It's about realizing that our idols are truly growing up and moving forward. It's bittersweet." The sentiment was echoed across thousands of posts, turning the story into not just a celebrity rumor but a moment of collective reflection for the fandom that has followed BTS's every step for over a decade. Amid the noise, one unexpected name began trending alongside Jungkook: Jimin. The timing of his online activity drew public attention almost instantly. On the same evening that Jungkook's photos surfaced, Jimin went live on Weverse for a short 10-minute broadcast. He appeared alone in a dimly lit practice room, quietly playing a slow piano melody. He never mentioned Jungkook or the circulating rumor, yet his calm, distant expression spoke volumes. Within hours, clips from the livestream were spreading like wildfire. "His eyes say everything," one Korean commenter wrote. "He's smiling, but it's a sad smile." Another said, "You can feel something unspoken in his presence tonight." The live garnered over 7 million views within half a day, and international tabloids began labeling Jimin's demeanor as a subtle emotional response to Jungkook's dating news. For longtime fans, the connection between Jungkook and Jimin has always carried emotional weight. Since their debut, the two have shared an exceptionally close friendship, often seen supporting and teasing each other in interviews and on stage. Countless moments between them have become part of BTS's emotional legacy, from shared laughter during rehearsals to the quiet companionship that fans have romanticized over the years. But as BTS matured and pursued solo paths, those visible interactions grew fewer. Many interpreted the distance as a natural evolution, while others clung to the nostalgic image of the duo they once adored. The recent sighting of Jungkook with someone new inevitably reignited conversations about change, about how the relationships within BTS may be shifting as each member navigates adulthood beyond the public's expectations. "It's human," said Professor Han Mi-kyung, a cultural analyst at Dongguk University, when interviewed by Dispatch. They have lived under an unprecedented microscope for more than 10 years. At some point, the public must accept that idols are not just performers. They are people who love, evolve, and experience private happiness. Still, not everyone was pleased with how the story was covered. Several fan organizations released open letters to Dispatch and other Korean media outlets, urging them to respect the privacy of artists. In response, Dispatch maintained that its coverage was conducted lawfully in a public setting and that no private boundaries were violated. "We present facts of public interest," a senior journalist at Dispatch said. "It's never about exposure but about context." As for the woman in question, her identity remains unconfirmed. Industry insiders suggest she is not a celebrity but a professional in the design and marketing field, reportedly in her late 20s. According to one anonymous source, Jungkook met her earlier this year through mutual acquaintances and they began seeing each other more frequently in recent months. "They appear to have a very respectful and mature relationship," the source said. "She's not from the entertainment world and both seem determined to keep things private." Meanwhile, speculation surrounding Jimin's reaction continued to dominate social media. 2 days after the dating news broke, he appeared in a radio interview where he was asked about the current relationship among BTS members. His reply was brief but measured. "We're all focused on our own lives right now, but we continue to support each other. Some things change and that's just part of growing up." The line seemed harmless, yet his quiet tone and the small pause before he spoke fueled a new round of emotional analysis online. Fans clipped and replayed the moment endlessly, interpreting every inflection, every blink as signs of hidden feelings. HYB now finds itself balancing the weight of public curiosity with the duty of protecting its artists' private lives. Industry experts predict that the label will maintain silence until public attention cools. "It's a common strategy," said one insider. "They'll let time pass. Jungkook will focus on his upcoming solo projects, and Jimin will appear in future group content to show that there's no tension between them." Yet for millions of fans, the story transcends mere gossip. It touches something deeper, the realization that even the closest bonds evolve with time. The sight of Jungkook walking home with someone new, contrasted with Jimin's quiet night at the piano, became a symbolic moment for many, as if two timelines had quietly diverged. Some fans admitted it felt like the end of an era, while others saw it as the beginning of a new chapter for both idols. Whether Jimin's expression that night was truly one of jealousy or simply fatigue will likely never be known. In truth, the public sees only fragments. A photograph, a few seconds of video, a moment out of context. Yet those fragments, magnified by millions of screens, form entire narratives that ripple across the globe. And so, as Jungkook continues to navigate life as both a superstar and a young man seeking normalcy, and as Jimin carries himself with quiet dignity under the same unrelenting spotlight, the world watches, speculates, and feels. Perhaps the real story is not about who Jungkook is dating nor about whether Jimin felt jealous, but about the way time changes people, even those the world thought would never change. That night in Seoul, as Jungkook closed his front door behind him and Jimin pressed another piano key in silence, the city seemed to hold its breath. For a fleeting moment, fans around the world realized that they were witnessing something more than celebrity news. It was the inevitable passage of youth, friendship, and unspoken emotions, all unfolding quietly under the same November sky.